Whether you're new to the world of UX or a seasoned UX professional looking to specialize, if you're getting ready to interview for an exciting new job in UX research, you've come to the right place. We've got the top 5 interview questions you should be ready to answer. Chances are that your interviewers will ask more than 5 questions, and the questions they ask may not be identical to these. But the goal is to learn a few specific things about you, and that's exactly what these questions target. It's a broad question, right? This one is likely to come up early in the interview, so it has the high potential to throw you off your game. Don't let this happen. Your interviewer is trying to get insight into who you are as a person and as a UX researcher, how you involve others in your process, what methods and tools you're familiar with, and how all of this fits into the company culture and team dynamics. That's a lot to pack in. So find a way to describe your research process in just a few sentences. You want to paint with broad strokes without being vague. Here's what not to say.
Well, I usually just figure out what the research objectives are and then decide what methods are best to use and then get to work.
Instead, say this.
My first priority going into a project is to. After that, I need to. Depending on what I find out, I'll either. Or, when that's done, I move on to.
This question, your interviewer wants to get a glimpse into your approach and your process. They want to see how you work with stakeholders, team members, and study participants alike. To answer this kind of question, you need to have a clear understanding of how you estimate timelines for your research process, when you choose qualitative methods over quantitative, and vice versa, where you start when you're working on a new product versus an existing product, how you communicate with everyone involved in each aspect of the project. Be careful not to ramble on too much here. You just want to quickly dissect and question and understand what your interviewer is trying to understand about you. Take it a step at a time and focus on where you'd like to start. The key turning points, decisions, collaborations, and contingencies. This question is a bit of a shapeshifter. Your interviewer might ask,
how do you communicate your findings to different stakeholders?
Or they might say,
how do you handle it when people are skeptical of the value of UX research?
So how would you sell a value of UX research to a VP of product versus a VP of engineering?
How do you present a product or concept to a group of test users who might not understand it?
With a question like this, your interviewer wants to understand how you adapt your communication to the needs of a specific audience. How do you assess your audience's needs and expectations and meet those while still achieving your own objectives? This is your chance to showcase your ability to analyze, empathize, and communicate like a pro. Ever been on a date and all the other person could do was dish out compliments that could be applied to any other person in the room? Yeah, don't do that. Whatever you do, however you approach this question, this is not the time for empty flattery. Do the work and understand why you are interested in this company and what you're interested in doing there. The best approach to preparing for this question is to do some foundational work. Ideally, you already did this before you submitted your application. But if not, do your research, understand the company's history, products, and culture. You know the one. You're never ready for it, and it's rarely what you'd expect. So how do you prepare for it? What do you do when your interviewer asks,
Why should we hire you? There are other candidates.
Are you on a specific diet?
What books do you read?
Can you estimate the number of people on the I-25 right now?
What gets you up in the morning?
How did you handle the last fight you had with a coworker?
First, don't panic. Second, go with your gut. The specific content of the curveball question, should you encounter it, matters far less than the way you respond to it. If the question is relatable to knowledge, skills, or experience, respond in ways that seem most reasonable, based on your knowledge and experience. If the question could lead to self-promotion, don't undersell yourself. But no need to sound pompous. Find a balance. If the question is impossible to answer, admit that you have no clue and then tell them how you'd find an answer or make an educated guess. Finally, if the question is unanswerable but seems entirely random, use it as an opportunity to showcase your personality, skills, and interests, or just build rapport with the interviewer. Now you're ready to rock that interview. Be ready for these 5 questions, and you'll be ready for just about anything an interview can throw at you. So there you have it, the most important UX research interview questions to be ready for. If this video was helpful, leave a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or head over to our blog. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.
Yeah, UX research is cool.
Wow! He's sleepy. Okay. Bye! He's so uninterested.